Music. That's great. Well, welcome to Making Music. Today, sponsored by Guitar Showcase, of course. We got special guest stars with us. First of all, Polo Jones on bass guitar over here. Everybody knows Paul. He's world-renowned bass player. Been with us for 40 years or 30 years anyway.
Thank you, Gary.
He's not that old. I mean, he was just a baby when he started.
He's an embryo.
And then our famous drummer, Rick Alegria. Can we get a shot of him? There he is, the famous Rick Alegria. And I've known him since he was a teeny bopper. And Rick is an instructor at Guitar Showcase, at Showcase Music Institute, as well as a professional studio musician, plays in his own band, does his own thing. What else do you do, Rick? You've got all kinds of stuff going on.
Well, actually, I'm a drummer for hire.
Okay, so you're a hired gun.
I'm a hired gun.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah. And then Jack is our IT guy at Guitar Showcase. See, so computer nerds, you've got a chance at fame and fortune. Jack is helping us with our internet site, our website, and does a few other goodies for us. And he's been on and off at Guitar Showcase for the last 25 years or so.
I'll accept 25.
Yeah, that's close anyway. And then Tim Breen, you've seen him on some of our other shows. He's our inventory control manager at Guitar Showcase, and a hired gun for a number of cover bands.
A couple of different bands,
Yeah.
Murphy Brown, the Groove Doctors, I have a Leonard Skinner tribute band called Nothing Fancy, and I'm for hire still too.
You're a hired gun too. Well, Jack is too. You've got a band, right, Jack?
Yeah, I'm playing with the Silicon Valley House Rockers just about every festival in town this summer.
You had 12 gigs this month of August.
Yeah, which is why I'm not around the store as much as I should be.
Yeah. And Rick, you've got a band now that you're still playing?
Well, actually, I'm playing with whoever will hire me, but I've been playing with Paul Williams, the songwriter, for a number of years, and we've actually got some dates coming up in San Francisco, October. It's like the 2nd through the 8th that week at the Plush Room.
And Paul,
So
you've played with everybody everybody, from the Bodyguard album on up to, and you're doing what now? I know you still play at the New Saddle Rack.
I play at the New Saddle Rack.
You're the sound engineer too.
No.
I thought you were doing that.
No.
Oh.
I'm the band leader.
Oh, okay, so now it's just...
I moved up.
Okay, good.
I mean, so now instead of turning the knobs, I get to yell at the guy that's turning the knobs.
All right. It's like sound man.
Yeah, fix it.
Yeah, you got tired of hearing
that.
Yeah,
and we've got a new record coming out, and I'll be on tour from January to December of next year.
Ooh.
So
Europe again, or?
Worldwide.
All over.
Even into the Middle East. Actually,
really?
I don't know what to think about that right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they got some gigs there.
So, like in the bad part of the Middle East where they're killing us?
I hope that the people that are booking it are a little cognizant of where they're sending us. But on one tour, we actually ended up playing in Sarajevo during the height of the war.
Really?
Yeah, that was a few years back, and that was pretty weird.
You're tough.
They said it was like a safe zone, but during the middle of the concert, they had 2 spotlights, and both spotlights actually left the stage and started searching the hills behind where the gig was. And I started moving more toward my back line.
Yeah.
That's what I did duck out.
There's big speakers in these amplifiers.
Yeah,
they'll
I'm telling you, the metal cones. But these don't have that anymore.
Yeah, we need that. The magnet will stop it, though. Yeah. Well, tell me about this bass you got going here now.
Oh, this bass right here, this is a Tobias. And the really cool thing about a Tobias bass is that the Tobias bass has a very comfortable neck, and it's very unique because it's called a, what's it called, a compound radius, right? If you'll notice, can you get a shot of this?
Can we get in on that neck?
Yeah. All right, let's do it like that. This side of the neck is thinner than the other side of the neck, which means that there's like a bass clef kind of looking thing back here, which means in the palm of your hand where you have all the meat, there's not as much. So it balances out so the neck feels completely flat, which actually is really good because it makes the neck flat. It allows you to do these all those triple things because the neck is flat, so where your fingers are and you've set your hands up like that, and then as you move them circularly, they always hit a string. Like on a Fender, there's a little bit of a bow there, a radius. And I tend to, when I start doing that, I tend to miss the last 2 strings a lot. which makes me sound bad.
You never sound bad.
It's not possible.
Well, thank you.
And you just high-graded this from Guitar Showcase, I assume.
Yes, actually, this one is what I've been lately frothing over.
Good, good.
know.
I'm glad to see we could help you out. And I see you still have your sticker girls with you, though.
My sticker girls are here in the back.
Yeah.
Well, this one doesn't have stickers on it, but she's there.
Yeah.
And I took this particular bass. Oops, there we go. Can you get a shot of this, please? I don't know if we can do this on television, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Oh, yeah, she's covered.
All right.
Yeah.
There's a woman here on my bass. There she is. For my country band, I got this off the internet, and I thought it was a very cool thing. And what ended up happening is I was playing with Sister Monica at the Center for Spiritual Enlightenment, which was a gospel show, and I played this bass, and right in the middle of the show, she turned around and she says, "Do you think that bass appropriate for this gig?" And I said, "Ah." So I brought her with me.
Well, that's very cool. So we've got a couple, and then Rick, you've got a drum set that I got to tell you, it's not the prettiest drum set I have ever seen in my life. I mean, but there's a story behind this drum set, and it goes back how many years?
Well, it is, and I've told it once, but you know.
It goes way back, I know. Tell me about it
Well,
again.
when I was playing with, I had a double gig with Frosty from Lee Michael.
And I remember him. He blew up the stage at that Hendrix concert we did back in like 79.
He was pretty wild.
69.
He was pretty
69.
wild.
It was 69, I was there.
Yeah. So these are drums that were made in, actually handmade in Canada. They're handmade drums, but they're made out of carbon fiber, is what's cool. But anyway, he gave me these drums.
Frosty
did.
Yeah.
Frosty gave me these drums.
And he was kind of your idol when you were a pup?
Well, absolutely. It was great to be playing a double gig with him.
Absolutely.
I just couldn't, that was great.
He could play. And you never got blown up off stage or anything when he did the powder in front and everything?
No, we didn't do that.
Yeah.
But he did go to the hand thing, and so every now and then I got a little splatter of blood on it, but that was his thing. But anyway, I got these drums from him, and then later on I was doing an orchestra date with Paul Williams, and it was in Toronto, Canada. And back on percussion was Marty Morell, and I don't, like, I guess you kind of have to be a drummer to be into that, but he was the drummer that was on live at the Village Vanguard with Bill Evans. He played with Bill Evans. So I was blown away, another one of my heroes.
All right.
And I go back to his place, his studio, and he had, these drums have baked on finishes. And this drum set, you know, they do them in batches, where they're all the same color and they bake on the finishes. And in his studio, he had a set of these drums, different sizes, and offered to sell them to me, but I didn't have the dough.
But you want them now?
I want them now. I have saved up the money, and
So it's
looking for Marty Morell if you show up anywhere.
He's out there.
New
we
York
need
or
those
Toronto.
Drums. We need to add it to the fleet, right?
So these drums, and they're great, you know.
Well, they sound
anyway.
great. I mean, those things
they're
are just
great drums.
dynamite. I
I don't
mean,
know,
they
should
just sound excellent. I mean, that's great.
Yeah, it's
Okay, and then Jack, you're sitting here playing a. Well, it looks like you drug it behind the truck getting here, but I know they build them that way. Can you believe that's a brand new guitar, folks? I can't believe this thing.
Yeah, this is the Roy Gallagher signature model. Actually, it's not the signature model because he passed on before he could sign it. But the estate had a bunch of these made for English distribution, and they became so popular that Fender decided to reissue them.
Hold it up so we can see it. So we actually took a perfectly good, brand new guitar, and at the factory they tore up all of the finish, but made it look good, made it play good.
Well,
too.
the thing about this guitar is I've played 4 of them now, and every one of them has some of the magic. The tone that comes off this guitar, even without being plugged in.
A lot of resonance.
A lot of resonance, a lot of life to it. Even out of tune, it still sounds good. So
Cool.
I need all the help I can get, so I grabbed this one.
So yeah. Well, I know you're just a beginner. You've only been doing this about 40 years or so. So
Yeah, we're not going there either.
Yeah.
Hi, Paul.
Yeah, I knew him when he was a kid too. So you worked at Guitar Showcase back in the early 70s.
Remember the house?
Yes, back at the old house before we moved to our current location. And then you've been kind of in and out at Showcase, and now you're back again, helping us with our IT stuff, which is cool, and some other things. But tell me about your band now. You've got a band.
Well, it's a 10-piece band, and we do a lot of different things. We do stuff from the Beatles to Tower of Power to Springsteen, some Stones, Stevie Wonder. We even do, as Paul likes to say, we're 10 old ugly white guys doing Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
So it's a good show. It's a lot of fun.
Now you've got horns, like five-piece horn
Five-piece
section?
horn section.
I like horns.
A lot of mouths to feed.
Back in my old days with the Jaguars, we had a horn section. We only had 2 horns, but I love that stuff.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Well, you guys are sounding good. Tim, every time I turn around, you're taking off early and flying back to Timbuktu or New York or Alabama or someplace.
Yeah, my current little claim to fame is I'm doing some gigs with a band called the Classic Southern Rockers.
Right.
And the singer is out of Texas, but the cool thing is that I've actually done some shows with the original drummer from Lynyrd Skynyrd. It's a Lynyrd Skynyrd tribute band, and back there they kind of all know each other, and Bob Burns from Lynyrd Skynyrd has actually come out, and I've done some gigs with him.
Cool.
Played with Randall Hall, who played with Lynyrd Skynyrd in the 90s. Mm-hmm. And trying to get out there on September 14th for the Delmarva Bike Weekend in New Jersey.
With this band, the same
Classic Southern Rockers, yeah.
Cool. Now, what is this you're playing? You've got a Clapton Strat.
I just happened to grab this from the store. You can see the stickers.
Yeah, we still got the stickers on it. Okay.
And compared to this one, it's obviously a brand new guitar.
Yeah. Well, this one is too, though.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
This one's obviously a brand new guitar. The Clapton Strat. And what I'm finding as I'm playing it now is that the pickups are very hot. It's got the noiseless fenders.
Yeah.
Quite hot, hotter than I'm used to, but quiet at the same time.
Yeah.
When you stop playing, they don't have the single coil hum.
Because they're stacked humbuckers.
Exactly.
They've got a coil stacked one on top of each other and wound opposite. So they sound good. Well,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm enjoying it. Feels good.
Well, you guys, you got another song you can play now. Now, what was that? You were going to do something from your Southern rock kind of band?
We were just gonna make up a little, I would say, a Chili Peppers kind of groove and funk a little bit.
Can we do that?
Sure, we can do that.
All right.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Count us in, Rick?
great. Well, I'll tell you, that is world class. You know, I hope the viewers out there understand what they just saw, because that was a world class performance, absolutely, positively. You guys are great. I love it. You know, we could put this band together and go on the road.
Let's do it.
This is Showcase All-Stars. I like to call you guys that. Every time we get together with a group of Showcase employees or bros, and you know, that you've been with us forever, you know, it just amazes me.
Just think how good that act would go over at the Satirac, right, Paul?
That's
hey,
right.
Yeah.
Who would have thought it?
People love that.
I got the boots.
Yeah. You guys are great, I'll tell you. Well, Paul, what do you got going on at the Saddle Rack? I mean, that place has been rocking forever.
It has been rocking forever. I've been associated with the Saddle Rack since 1984. And I was with it when it was at the old location.
Right.
And now we're in Fremont. And we do everything from country music to Bobby Brown, from Bobby Brown to Bon Jovi. Actually, we got a new singer out there, and he's a Bon Jovi kind of guy, so we do a lot of Bon Jovi and stuff like that. So, you know, if you come out to the Saddle Rack, it's not what you think it's going to be. You know, if you come early, you'll get your line dancing, you'll get your, you know, circle dancing, you'll get do all the stuff that we
like
do.
the old days.
Yeah, like the old days. And then round about maybe 11 o'clock, we start hitting the harder stuff. If you come on a Saturday night, there's a line around the building, and it's full of women.
Really?
Full of women.
So,
You know,
They like
that doesn't
to-
help you though if you don't like women.
no, that doesn't help at all. So they like to dance, I assume.
They like to dance,
Yeah.
and we let them get on the stage. We now have a cage.
Really?
Yeah, we've gone right down the tubes there. We've got a cage that the women can dance in, or men.
Yeah.
One of the coolest nights we had was we had 4 soldiers that came back from Iraq, and they got into the cage. And they were dancing, and next thing you know, their tops were off. They were having a great old time, you know. We're going like, whoa, what's going on over there?
That's a little weird here.
Yeah, so it's a nice place to go. You
Yeah.
know, we still have concerts. You know, the last big one we had was Dwight Yoakam.
Cool.
He sold it out, and so we've been moving on. I should say, we've got Nashville to You coming on the 8th and 9th of September, which is Nashville Star. The finalist contestants, they're coming to do 2 nights at the Saddle Rack.
Cool. And now you're with the house band.
I'm the leader of the house band.
Okay, you are the house band, so that's your
Yes,
band.
that's my band.
Okay,
and
so
we've been
you-
there. It's called Appaloosa.
Appaloosa, cool, like the
Yes.
horse. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you basically hire the hired guns to be in your band. And
Yeah, it's really funny. I hired all the guys I know that were like road musicians, you know, like touring musicians. I have Terry Hyatt on guitar. I have Danny B from Sister Monica. He's done 4 of her CDs as a producer, and they just won a Handy Award.
Cool.
He's playing keyboards. I've got Ronnie Beck from Tower Power playing drums. You know what I'm talking about.
Of course I know.
And
Of course
I've got
I
a
know
guy
Ronnie.
out front. His name is Chaz Ross. And he's a great singer. He used to be the guy that sang all the high harmonies above David Meniketti in Y&T, off stage.
That's high.
Because they couldn't get anybody, so
Yeah.
he used to come and do that, you know. So he's a pretty great singer and songwriter. So that's what we got out there.
Well, that's great. It sounds
Yeah.
like you guys are having fun.
Yeah,
So I
and
need
at
to- I
any
need
given
to-
time, you know, we go back and forth off the road. I go on the road, and I get somebody else, or Dan goes. Or
Yeah,
whatever, so
you're
we're still
going a
active
lot.
in the
You
other
go
section,
overseas
yeah.
a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. You do that.
Yeah.
So that's, well, we got a few minutes to go here. So what have we got, we'll end with a song here, but are you going to sing a song for
Well,
us, Rick?
I didn't realize where we were, and yeah.
We've got
yeah.
about 5 minutes to go. I don't know how long
Which
the song
song
is.
You want to
gonna
do
do?
that? I was thinking I'm in love again. It's that blues thing.
The Fats Domino too.
Okay, do we?
you want to
Are we
not
good
do-
with it?
Huh?
You guys are good with everything.
We can try.
Because it's got.
Well, it's. This is really a strictly rehearsed situation.
Yeah, this is highly rehearsed. This is how we do it in the studio. Let's just do this, guys. I
Ready?
love it. It's the real thing.
That's a,
Just call
turn
out
it
the
up a little
changes,
bit.
bro. 2, 3.